Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Nanny Stories of Saturdays, where I tell you guys my horror stories, funny stories, embarrassing moments that happened to me while I was at work. And today I got a story of how my little one tried to flip the scripts on me and made me out to be the bad guy. Stay tuned. All right, so it happened like this. So I was at work, it was after lunchtime, and this little one, she is a climber. She thinks that doorknobs are things to climb on and hold on to, the refrigerator doors for her to hang on. She's like a little monkey, I swear. She's great at monkey bars, by the way. Upper body on a beam. She's great. So she thinks that her house is like this big playground, but as we know, these things can unhinge and she can get hurt. Plus, I don't want any responsibility if, her refrigerator door falls and she, I don't want that. And I don't want her to get hurt, more importantly. And she needs to understand, you don't live in a playground. If you want to go to the playground, just say, hey, let's go to the playground. And I'll happily take you. But no, the table is not for climbing. The chairs is not, the chairs are not toys. The faucet of the sink, which she loves to open and close, like, no, we're not playing with water, like, absolutely not. So she was not listening. She was climbing on the table, and I told her repeatedly, hey, so-and-so, can you not do that? The table's not for that. Can you get off of this? No, I'm sorry, right now you can't help me wash dishes. There are no dishes to wash, so please stop playing with the water faucet. She wasn't listening, so I told her, I see that you're having a hard time listening, so I'm going to gently pick you up and we're going to go to the playroom and do something else. She's like, well, I'll just come back. I was like, all right, well, then maybe I'll just stand here and block you. So it became like kind of like a wrestling match, kind of, where I was like, are you going this way? Are you going this way? Me having her, I was like, all right, this is not working. You know what, so-and-so, at the end of the day, I have to give mommy and daddy a report. So if you're not going to listen to me, what do you think I'm going to tell them at the end of the day? She's like, I don't know, but I don't care. Like, I want to do this. I was like, it was like 10 minutes of us like going back and forth. So it was getting to the point where I was getting a little upset. So I had it, honestly. She was being mad disrespectful, climbing all over the place. Every time I would pick her up and remove her, she'd just like go. But she thought it was a game, and it wasn't a game. So I said, all right, I see that you're not listening, so I'm going to just go find mommy right now, and maybe she can help us out. So I wasn't going to tell the mom, of course, because it's not a big deal. It's not like one of those things I need to go tell the mom, like, hey, so-and-so is like climbing on the table, like whatever. So I just pretended to go and tell the mom. And she immediately was like, no. And she goes and hides under a table and starts, crocodile tears, starts sobbing. And I was like, so I went to go talk to her, of course. And I was like, hey, I see that you're crying. Like, what's going on? Why are you crying? She was uncontrollable. She wasn't talking. So I was like, hey, I see that you're having a hard time right now. So just let it all out. And when you're done, come find me. Playroom was right next to the kitchen, so I could see her under the table. So then her sister was like, oh, she's crying really hard. I'm like, I know. I told her when she's done to come find me. She'll be okay. So I was a little bit worried that mom was going to come downstairs, but she didn't. But even if she did, I would have told her what happened. So after she calmed down, I hear her say, oh, can you tell Joanne that I'm calm now? So I went into the playroom and I looked under the table and I'm like, hey, are you done? Like, what's going on? She's like, you hurt my feelings. I was like, oh, wait, I hurt your feelings? She's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, well, what did I do to hurt your feelings? She's like, you were going to go tell mom. I was like, well, why was I going to go tell mom? Because you didn't let me do this. And why didn't I let you do that? Because you said it wasn't, safe. I was like, so why didn't you just listen? She's like, because you hurt my feelings. I was like, listen, don't you think that you also hurt my feelings by not listening to me, by being disrespectful? I told you numerous times to stop doing this, and you continue to do it. So you hurt my feelings. She's like, but you hurt my feelings worse, sir, because you were going to go tell mommy. And I told her, how about we just don't hurt each other's feelings? And how about we just listen to one another? Because if we were to just listen, then none of these things would have happened to you. You've got to understand, I'm not telling you no because I'm being a mean witch. I'm telling you no because The table is not for climbing. The water is not for playing. The chairs are not for climbing, and you can hurt yourself or break one of these furniture pieces. If you want to go climb on things and play, we can go to the park or we can play. But you being disobedient and not listening is not the way to do it. So we figured it out. I just thought it was like silly that she was like, I hurt her feelings. And I was like, I hurt your feelings, but you weren't listening to me either. So hello, it's like a mirror effect. So she saw the mirror, I hope. I gave her a pretty good example. I mean, you know, she lived the example. And at the end of the day, it was all good. But don't you just love when these little sweet princesses and little sweet ninjas try to flip the scripts on you and say, well, I did this because you did that. Meanwhile, it's a domino effect. And the reason why I did that was because you did this. And they make you out to be the bad guy. Why? Why do kids do that? I wish I knew. Maybe they're trying to manipulate the situation, but guess what? I'm a lot older than you, so I've been around the block a few times. Don't do it. Just let's all be respectful of one another. Okay? Okay. There you have it, guys. Nanny Stories Saturdays on how she flipped the scripts on me or how she attempted to flip the scripts on me. Don't let it happen to you. Be the boss, have the upper hand, give great examples, great communication, and come up with an agreement. We pinky promised, and it worked out. Haven't had any issues since then. Mind you, this is only like last week, so I'm sure there'll be more issues down the road, but until then, guys, see you next week on more Nanny Stories Saturdays. Bye.